I have a unique job. I make my living using other people's minds. I'm a professional hypnotist. Half the time, I'm buzzing around the country entertaining thousands of college students. But the other half, I'm just your average guy. Either way, my life is never dull. The one constant is that people just don't understand what I do. Welcome to my hypnotic world. I'm Paul Ramsay, and I'm coming home.
It's 6 in the morning. We went to bed at 2 in the morning. We have to catch this flight home. So we basically just took like a 3.5-hour nap.
It was a later show in the first place than shows usually are. So we ended later than we normally do. But still, I mean, pushing it as much as you can. You know, 2.5 hours of sleep, 3 maybe.
You know what the crazy thing was? I passed out. I woke up at 5:30, like as if an alarm had. I just woke up, and I could tell I was like, "Oh, I'm not going back to sleep." It was weird.
I did my undergraduate study at the University of New Hampshire from 1992 to 1996. I was a resident assistant in a residence hall on campus. My second year, Dave Zemansky was my hall director. Dave is the ultimate wildcat. He's the assistant director of the union. That's his official title. His unofficial title is the Dean of Fun. It's a busy time of year for me and Dave. Dave's got to get everything going for the opening of the new school year. I'm running around on tour for 2 weeks at this point. But now that I'm coming back into Durham and I get to perform on Dave's campus, I definitely want to take some time and catch up with Dave and see how he's been doing and let him know how the tour's been going for me. So I called him up and we decided that we would meet for dinner before the show.
I'll tell you, I cannot believe how fast. It's my 15th straight day of travel. I've only had 14 shows in 15 days, but even still, I've had 14 shows in 15 days.
Do you feel like you don't know where you are?
Sometimes, yeah.
You know, like,
sometimes.
am I in Virginia and am I...
I mean, you have to be focused on where you're going, so it's not so much not knowing where I am, but it's more like I lose track of what day it is. I sometimes don't know where I'm gonna go the next day because I'm so focused on just getting through today. You know, so it's a little bit of that.
Which means you have to look at your phone.
Yeah, right? And check out all that stuff all the time. Are we ready for tonight? How do you feel like tonight's is there gonna be a good crowd?
Tonight, I guarantee they'll be lining up probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock.
That's what they were last year.
Yeah.
Last year it was like 7:30. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was really, really surprised.
It's you coming home.
I know, it's nice.
Dave was one of the people who really helped me get started. Dave helped me get some work at UNH. He helped me with his connections at other schools. He's got so much experience from all the years that he spent working with artists. So it's just really, I'm really, grateful for him being one of my best friends, period. But then also too, I mean, he's just been really instrumental in helping me start my career, so.
Even when you first started in your shows at UNH, this is why it's so cool to see you now, like where you were at the start, and you were good.
Right.
Like you were good.
Yeah.
Like I could still tell when because I was trying to book you.
But I was green though. I was
but you were
green.
like it took forever for you to get people like under hypnosis.
Yeah.
I hope that's okay to say, but it did, and but now it's like fast.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think it was 2 years ago. You said I was watching you, Dave.
Yeah.
Because if you're laughing, that
like
because you've seen hundreds of comedians.
I feel like you're kind of like Grumpy Cat.
I was crying.
Like you would need because of you know the Grumpy Cat meme where the cat that's always just like.
Right.
And I'm like I feel like not that you're a grumpy person, but that you've just seen so much that's kind of like how you have to look at things at this point. You're just like yeah whatever. Like
right.
And so I'm like if I see him laughing, I know I'm doing all right.
Then you're doing okay.
Yeah. This has been awesome. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Let's go have some fun.
Yeah, as usual, it's always going to be fun. So it's what you do. All right, let's go.
there's way more pressure going home to UNH because that is literally home. I went to school at UNH. I got into hypnotism while working at UNH, and I started working on performing and building, my skill set at UNH. Because of the special nature of my relationship with UNH, the line takes on a whole different form. People line up an hour and a half before showtime, and by showtime, when they open the doors, the line goes all the way through the Union Building and usually down the stairs to the floor beneath where we're performing. It's just really special. It's really special, and so for me, I feel like the least I can do is go be with them for a while and go sort of just be with them. Like, I feel like I love them and I want to be with them.
I give up.
Look at you. You're professionals. You come prepared. I'm very impressed. Do you have like a picnic basket or anything like that?
I was hypnotized in high school.
You were?
But it was super embarrassing.
Why?
Because...
Did you pee yourself?
No.
Did
I
you?
excused myself to go to the bathroom.
Well, that's not embarrassing. That's smart.
No, but that was the least embarrassing part of the whole thing.
Oh, what was the most embarrassing part of the whole thing?
I don't want to relive that.
You're the one who brought it up, not me.
My point is...
Your point is...
Are you, like, what are you going to do?
Everything we do is just fun.
Well, I want to do it.
Yeah, then do it.
I don't think I'll be able to.
Why?
I can't just, like, relax.
Come over here.
Too, we can get him
Come right here.
for social.
All right, here's what we'll do. We'll do some just simple stuff first. I'm gonna put my finger right here. Imagine the top of your head is like glass plastic. You can look right up through your head. Go ahead, look up to my finger. Look right up to you, like keep going, keep going, keep going as far as you can. I want you to try really hard. And I want you to really imagine that you're staring up through the top of your head and you can see my fingertip. And if you can't imagine that, you can see the ridges of my fingerprints. And just keep looking up as hard as you can. Keep looking up. I know it's hard. That's the point. I need you to make it hard. Look up, look up, look up, look up. Now keep it absolutely locked and try to close your eyes at the same time. No, yeah, that's better. That's better. You feel your eyes flutter? Good. You would be a great hypnotic subject.
Really?
If you can do that in like that much time, you would be an awesome hypnotic subject. Yeah. Yeah. And you just feel like you, right? Your eyes are a little watery. Yeah, that's all hypnosis stuff going on. Very good. Circulation changes. I can always tell with girls because they wear shirts that will show their arms and stuff more. Circulation changes, eyes get watery, a little bit of eye fluttering sometimes. So now you know you can do it. That was pretty easy. Now if you go in and you do it again, you'll go deeper if you do it again during the show. And then you can decide if you want to do fun stuff or not or whatever. But that's up for you. Good job. Thanks. All right. Don't tell me when to laugh. I'll laugh when I want to laugh. It's 2013. Right? Right? There's another one doing this game. This is the rage, apparently. Everybody's doing this. You can't sing it. That clearly has to be cheating. Come on.
We make our own games.
Oh, clearly, yeah. Then we always win. That sounded like a dying animal. That was awful. How can you even, seriously, that you should be penalized? Seriously. Do we have that on camera? We're gonna play that on my show so that you hear how you sounded like someone punched you in the gut. It wasn't like you're like someone socked you right in the gut. I get invited in to give demonstrations in classes. I get invited to give demonstrations in dorms. So I end up on campus multiple times a year, and thousands of UNH students know who I am. It's so important to me that when I go there, we rock that show every single time.
All right, now for who you've been waiting for. So you've been waiting for Paul Ramsay, the hypnotist. The really cool thing about Paul is that Paul went to UNH. He was an RA at UNH, and when he was an RA at UNH, I was his hall director. He is actually my very best friend. He's the godfather to my children, again. So it really is always special when he comes back to UNH. This is his homecoming. So after his little video, which is awesome, and I'm biased because he's my best friend, give him a huge UNH welcome for Paul Winter.
I sat in that audience when I was an undergrad. I sat in those chairs watching comedians and hypnotists and magicians on the stage that I'm standing on now. You know, and it's just something about that that makes it all different. I want to help you learn how amazing your mind really is, how to use your mind in new and different ways. I'm going to help you understand how forgetting actually works. People often misunderstand forgetting. They think that forgetting is losing information. That's not true. If you're in good cognitive health, everything you've ever seen, tasted, touched, heard, smelled, all that information is stored in your mind, but it's a lot of information. People often don't know where it all sits, where it resides, so they don't know how to track it down. All right, so in your mind, with confidence and authority, you must be the one who says to yourself, first name, please go away for 5 minutes. And you send it all the way to the deepest, darkest back corner of your mind. Not lost or gone, just moved it. You move it so far, you send it so far back there, it disappears way back there in the darkness. If I or anyone else ask you what your name is, you'll find that you cannot say that name because it's not where it normally sits. You can't find it, don't know. That's okay. I've been talking. I got to get a drink of water. While I do, new school year, beautiful, huge group of people here. Do something nice. Look around. Find someone near you that you don't know. Find someone that you don't know. Try to introduce yourself to someone new. 1 or 2 people. Go ahead. Maybe you'll make a new friend. I'm going to get a drink of water. How are we doing with introductions? All right? Yeah? If you're having difficulty introducing yourself, raise your hand. Yeah. Let me be more specific. If you're having difficulty introducing yourself because you can't seem to recall your own first name, raise your hand nice and high. Yeah? Yeah. All right, here's what you're going to do. If you can't recall your own first name, I want you to stand up. I want you to take your time and very carefully work your way out to the nearest aisle, and then I want you to come up and join me on stage, okay? So now let yourself breathe on purpose through your nose. And you'll make the most amazing discovery. You're so lucky you sat next to whoever you sat next to tonight. Someone sitting near you smells like one of your favorite smells in the whole wide world. You guys ever think about how many nice smelling things we use nowadays? Hair, shampoo, hair conditioner, laundry detergent. Someone sitting near you smells like one of your favorite smells in the whole wide world. Something they use. Awesome. Oh, yeah, that's awesome, right? You get it up in the nose. Now let yourself just come back to center. Come back to center. Sit centered and focused. That's just another example how powerful your mind is. When I say the special word, you'll open your eyes. You'll be alert and refreshed. When your eyes open, you are a finalist in the Guitar Hero World Championship. 1, 2, 3, awake. We are streaming live all over the world through the power of the internet. It is the 2013 Guitar Hero World Championship. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you just joining us for this championship round, let me help you understand. What you see here is the final group from over 20,000 initial contestants. All of these people have won their local qualifiers. They won their regional tournaments. They've gotten all the way through to this final round and a chance to win $100,000. Now, I want you to go ahead and stand up. Give yourself some space. Be aware of where the edges of the stage are. Look around. Be safe. Nothing is more important to me than your safety, okay? Get that halfway turn that I was talking about so that the judges can see you and you can see the screen, what you're doing. Here we go. We'll let them have a minute just to get their hands loose. Get their fingers warmed up. That's nice. All right, it's time to get going. Let's rock and roll. There you go. 100 notes. Difficulty challenge. Contestants, you must now play your guitar with the opposite hand. Opposite hand. You must now play your guitar with your tongue. Play your guitar with your tongue. Hit those buttons with your tongue. 3/4 of the way there. You're doing awesome. Stay focused. Get that final move right here. 400 notes. It's time for you to clean up on style points. Turn out, face the judges, show them your special move. Give your special move. Yeah. Rock and roll. Yeah, win that money. You are a god of rock. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 2013 Guitar Hero World Championship finalists. That was intense. You met Johnny Kelly, in an earlier episode, and you got a sense of you know, what he's like as a person, but I'm teaching him stage hypnotism. So Johnny comes up and sees me every now and then, and we work on teaching him how to do what I do.
Every time I see him, he does something different. And so I'll say, well, why did you do it this way this time? And so then he can explain.
I just had to, it's ninja skills. We got to get you, pay attention. Get back to work. All right, learn something.
Sorry, I saw that coming and I was instructed to not say anything.
That's great.